Could have won it this year.
Are you guys all ready?
No.
Joined here at Women's Golf, head coach Kori Satterfield, Hunter Gledhill, Payton Panzeri. Coach, you just got back from a tournament down in Pueblo. You've had 3 tournaments this spring, or 2, I believe, but top 5 finishes in the last 2 of them. Kind of just go over how the team has done so far this spring and your thoughts are.
I'm really proud of our team this spring. We've come together and played really well. We have played 3. We played 2 in Arizona back-to-back, and then Pueblo. And we've played against some very competitive teams. Pueblo, we placed 4th, but we were behind 3 nationally ranked teams. And we're growing, and our scores are getting lower. And I think the girls are starting to peak at the right time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, before I talked to both of them, you definitely had a lot of young freshmen that are kind of coming in their own this year. Kind of talk about the growth you've seen from the fall to now and how they progressively score better and better each tournament.
You highlighted right there. They've grown both as teammates and as individuals. Lower scores, awesome attitudes on the golf course, great teamwork, great shots, hitting the ball really well. Kinsey's not here right now, but she's probably gained 15, 20 yards on her drives. So just really worked as a team and developed into much better golfers, and it's been fun to watch.
Yeah, Payne, you one of the upperclassmen on this team. You, Britlin, Cassidy, kind of really led this younger squad. How do you guys kind of take it on that to lead the younger girls throughout the year, and especially with so many tournaments away and going to Arizona, trips to Pueblo, and all those different areas besides being in town?
I think the biggest thing is, like, not only are we their teammates, but we're also their friends. Like, we have their back, and we've all been in that position. Like, I remember my freshman year, I was terrified for my first tournament. So those nerves can definitely take advantage, and it can be really scary sometimes. And sometimes it affects how you play golf. So it's just, like, reiterating and reassuring that we believe in them. We have, like, we're there for them, and we support them no matter what.
Mm-hmm. And talking about those nerves, I'm sure, Hunter, you've had some of those moments this year, just being in so many tournaments. But then, of course, this previous one, you've had your best showing of all year. Kind of how have you felt yourself, your golf game progressed throughout the year and just getting more comfortable being in the lineup?
Yeah, I feel like as we've been practicing a ton and getting to know the girls better, and we've become closer as a team, so I felt more comfortable. And I feel like it's helped me with my scores, and I feel like I just feel more comfortable and a bigger part of the team.
Mm-hmm. And then, Coach, being on the road so much, now you finally get to return home coming up, finally have a home tournament that we hardly ever get here. How big is that for the team to kind of be on a home course that you're familiar with and you've been at before and just being in your hometown?
I'm really excited. I think the girls are really excited. We have 3.5 teams coming, or we've got 3.5 teams in the tournament because Adams only has 3 girls. But, we've had an opportunity to play the course a bunch. The girls know the course really well. I'll give Payton a plug. She had a hole-in-one on the course a week and a half ago. So I think she's got that hole figured out. But I think, just being able to have the girls who aren't playing be part of the whole activity and the tournament, and the locals being able to come watch. I had a high school team call me and ask what time we played so they could come watch, the college girls play. And I just think that it's good for the community, and it's great for our team to see that support, because we play so far away that some parents can come to the faraway tournaments, but none of the other teammates or the local, the CMU employees or staff that support us so much throughout the year, that they're not able to watch most of the time.
So is it more relaxing to play a home tournament? You try not to put so much pressure on yourselves, because sometimes you're playing your home course, you're thinking, I have to do well. But it's like, it's still just another tournament.
Yeah, I think for me at least, it is a very familiar course. I've played it so many times, but I think treating it as a normal tournament that you travel to, and it's still unfamiliar. I mean, every time you play a golf course, it's different. And so I think treating it like a normal tournament, and it's hard not to put that added pressure of okay, I have played here so many times, I should shoot low scores. No matter where you play, or there's always going to be bad shots, and it's just staying comfortable and treating it like a normal round.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's hard to not put that pressure on yourself to because it's your home. You should know it better than everyone else, but it's also nice because you're more comfortable because you like know what to hit off the tee and you've been in lots of different spots, so you know how to get out of all the different spots. So.
Yeah, and this is really kind of a run-up, getting ready for the conference tournament here in another week after. So what's kind of the mindset going into last meet and then going into the conference tournament when really anything can happen?
Part of the reason we chose to play at Redlands Mesa is the course is very similar to our conference, to the RMAC course, and they were gracious enough to let us host. So that's a great thing. I think we want to win, of course, at our home tournament, but a lot of it is working towards the conference championship because that's the most important for tournament for the spring. And I think that it just builds some confidence. There's it builds confidence so that when we leave the next week that we are confident in our game and as a team.
There's everything is a challenge at Redlands, but is there a key to beating that course? And if so, I think every golfer in town would like to know what the key is to getting the hole in one, because it's not an easy course.
I think for any golf course, it's knowing where to miss, but I think specifically for Redlands, like being accurate off the tee is really important because you can hit it in the rocks and then you're pretty much screwed. But I think Redlands isn't a very long course, so you can be aggressive, but also if you just go in the middle of the fairway, makes it much easier off the tee, I would say.
Yeah, I agree. You don't have to hit driver off every tee box,
Yeah.
which is hard to it's hard to tie down and not hit driver every time and not be too aggressive, but yeah, you just have to know where to put it.
So you can be aggressive, but don't be aggressively wild, right?
Yes.
Because like you said, you don't want to
No.
get too far out of the fairway because
Yeah.
then you have really nasty things in
Yeah,
your way.
hitting over rocks. The course is very tight, so being in the fairway is a must for Redlands, I would say.
Obviously, we kind of touched on the aspect of being familiar with the course for a home tournament like this, but how much does it help to know that you're going to be in your own bed the night before and there's going to be some of your friends there to watch you guys? Like, how much does that level of familiarity really change how you go into a tournament like this?
It is different. You're not we stay in Airbnbs, so it's kind of like staying at home at the same time, but you're not just with your team. Like, I'm with my roommates at home, I'm not sharing a room with a teammate, so it is a little bit different. And so I think that's kind of where you can lose focus a little bit because it's just like familiarity and it doesn't feel like a tournament. But I think making sure you're sticking to what you would do at a tournament. You're not staying out late, you're waking up early, getting good breakfast and staying focused and not letting your focus away from golf, I think is the biggest thing because that can tend to happen.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it's going to be hard to not treat it as a practice run. I think it's going to be hard to think of it as a tournament since it will feel so familiar being at home and in your own bed and around your friends. So yeah, just keeping your focus on the tournament.
And we don't have any seniors here, but if you want to speak on their behalf, Coach, this is the home tournament for them. The seniors kind of get to be at home one more time before our MAC tournament and then regionals moving on. How big do you think that is for them, just to have a home crowd behind them? When that usually doesn't happen often.
It doesn't happen very often at all. I think they're really excited. Both, Britland grew up here for most of and has played that course growing up. So I think she's really excited. Cass and families coming in to watch. Friends are coming. I think it's kind of a great last hurrah for these seniors who have dedicated so many years and so much travel time. Van time and sleeping in random Airbnbs, but I think it's a great thing for them. They're both very excited, and I think they're very focused, and I think everybody's gonna do really well.
Any more questions? All right, best question of the day, question of the week. Final question is, what is your go-to karaoke song and why?
Oh, Cass is not here.
This is Cassidy's
This is a Cassidy song or Cassidy question. She loves karaoke.
I believe that.
I don't know.
Probably Sweet Caroline, because it
Oh,
gets the crowd going and it's fun.
That's a great question.
Mine's probably Party in the USA by my Cyrus. Like everybody likes that song.
Mhm.
It's a good one.
Do you want me to tell you what the girls sing best in the band?
Cassidy's is Mr. Brightside. She actually did like a full karaoke one year at RMAX.
Yeah,
It was
she's
awesome.
always trying to talk us into going to a karaoke
Yeah.
place
her thing.
while we travel.
Well, that works. All right, thank you, and good luck coming up.
Thank you very much. You
You did it.